What is going on, everybody? Welcome back to JellyGoonTv. Welcome back to all my beautiful viewers and subscribers, of course. Today we're going to react to top 10 places to visit in the UK. It's going to be an amazing video. This video is done by Ryan Shirley, the beautiful Ryan Shirley. He's going to show us what kind of places in UK there is to visit. Really don't know much about UK other than they have the Queen, other than they have a lot of criminals and all that stuff. So you really heard a lot of bad things about UK. We got UK drill rap. We got a lot of things coming out of the UK, which is a beautiful place and beautiful people of UK. It's really, really nice to drink with. They are beautiful people, beautiful minded people. Can also be very harsh or whatever they harsh or whatever they call in UK. But today we're gonna visit 10 beautiful places in UK. So without further ado, this is Ryan Shirley who's gonna show us around, and we're gonna see what kind of beautiful places they have in UK. So without further ado, let's get into UK. Let's go.
What's up, guys? My name is Ryan Shirley, and I spent the last few years exploring the United Kingdom, and I want to show you my favorite places.
Wow, that's gorgeous.
So here's my UK top 10.
So UK has a lot of history. They have a lot of, history from back in the days with the Roman Empire, with the kings, with the lords, with everything like that. They have the Victorian era, which is really one of the most impressive things in England. But just look at this beautiful view right here. We got the white cliffs, whatever. It's just gorgeous, really gorgeous. England is a gorgeous place, man. United Kingdom, let's go. What a beautiful thought.
The United Kingdom is made up of the countries of England, Wales, Northern Ireland, and Scotland. If you want to go back in time and feel like you're in a fairy tale or a Harry Potter film, the UK is the place for you. It's easy to see why so many myths and legends were born here. It's one of the world's most enchanting places. Alright, so for our first location, we're going to go visit possibly the most iconic city in the world, London. I've traveled more to London than any other international destination. I have to say it's my favorite city in the world, and I just keep coming back. Everything from the double-decker buses to the energy of Piccadilly Circus makes the city feel so alive. There's just so many places to see. You can check out the iconic Big Ben and walk across the bridge to see the Palace of Westminster. There's the Tower Bridge, which is possibly the most famous bridge in all of London. You can go see the Stoic Guards at Buckingham Palace or take a ride on the London Eye. If you haven't already been to London, I'd highly recommend visiting when you can. It's hard to beat the London atmosphere. There's no city like it in the world. Alright, so after exploring London, we're going to make the 2-hour drive over to Stonehenge. Located in Wiltshire, England, lies one of the
I actually don't know the history of the Stonehenges. I think they just got dug up. I don't know who made them or what it's supposed to be. Probably supposed to be some worship of some gods or something. I don't really know, but it's still beautiful nonetheless, man.
Most famous man-made rock structures in the world. There's a lot of mystery surrounding Stonehenge, like what was its purpose and how was it made. Archaeologists believe...
You know when you get high on mushrooms or something? I think that's the reason why it got made, man. I think there was some weird-ass reason why it got made, but it's still beautiful nonetheless. One of the most attractive things that goes on in the world, I guess. So it's just gorgeous.
It was constructed back between 3000 to 2000 BC. Stonehenge consists of a ring of rocks, each being around 13 feet high and weighing nearly 25 tons each. It's unclear what the exact purpose of Stonehenge was. It's believed that it was used as an astronomical observatory or a religious site. Either way, it sure makes you stop and think how people thousands of years ago were able to construct this. Alright, so after Stonehenge, we're going to head on over to the Jurassic Coast. While you won't find any dinosaurs here, you might find some fossils on the beach. The Jurassic Coast is England's only natural World Heritage Site, and it's become popular with its white cliffs and picturesque beaches that are full of fossils formed over 65 million years ago. One of the most famous spots on the Jurassic Coast is Door. It's this limestone arch that goes straight into the ocean. There's a great beach there, and I just can't think of a better place to spend during the hot English summers. One of my favorite spots on the Jurassic Coast is Old Harry's Rocks. Now, special thanks to my friend David Rule for providing this footage. He has an awesome Instagram and YouTube that I'll provide in the description below. I remember the first time I saw his picture of this place, and I was just baffled by the scenery there. The Old Harry Rocks are these sea stacks that are made completely out of chalk that mark the end of the Jurassic Coast. In World War II, the stacks were used as target practice for pilots, so that's kind of crazy. I just love the combination of the green meadows with the white cliffs and the blue ocean. I mean, it's just hard to beat that scenery. Alright, so after the Jurassic Coast, we're going to head head up north to visit the country of Wales. Now, Wales
Wales
is located in the southwest part of Great Britain.
Yes.
It's famous for its mountainous national parks, picturesque coastline, and distinct Welsh language. One of the most scenic places in Wales is the Snowdonia National Park. It's a region in northwest Wales that is known for its mountains and lakes. The highest peak in Wales, Mount Snowdon, is located in the park with an elevation of 10,085 meters. You can hike on up there, or you can take the Snowdon Mountain Railway to the top. If you're lucky, you might be able to see Ireland across the sea. Alright, so after Wales, we're going to head to the Isle of Man. Now, located in the Irish Sea, right between England and Ireland, lies a rugged island known for its rural landscapes and medieval castles.
That is amazing, man. So when you think about United Kingdom, when you think about England, you think about the medieval ages, the horrible days, the beautiful days of the castles, the wars, everything like that. There's a lot of movies about it. There's a lot of things like that. I would actually love to visit that, because there's so much history. Even the Roman Empire been there and built some things, I guess, but it's all down now. I don't know, but it's still beautiful, man. It's still beautiful nonetheless. I drink with some people from Wales, man. Beautiful people.
Well, it's technically not part of the United Kingdom. It has status of crown dependency, and the UK is responsible for its defense and external relations. The Isle of Man has had an interesting history. Humans have lived on it since 6500 BC, and in the 19th century it was ruled by Norway. But in 1266 the island became part of Scotland, and now it is a self-governing isle. An interesting place on the Isle of Man is Peel Castle. It was constructed by Vikings in the 11th century. And it sits right on the ocean. I mean, it's a pretty cool castle if you ask me. Alright, so after the Isle of Man, we're going to head across the sea to visit Northern Ireland. Now, Ireland is full of just beautiful scenery, dramatic coastal cliffs, and countless castles. Back in 1921, Ireland was split into Northern and Southern Ireland as a result of the Government of Ireland Act of 1920. While Southern Ireland became a free Irish state, Northern Ireland remained within the United Kingdom. The capital of Northern Ireland is the city of Belfast, which is the birthplace of the Titanic ship. One of the most iconic places in Northern Ireland is the Dark Hedges. It's this road lined with beech trees. Planted in the 18th century, it was used as a filming location for the Game of Thrones. On the northern coast, you can check out the Carrick Already Rope Bridge, or see the basalt columns at the Giant's Causeway. I mean, there's just so much history and beauty in Ireland, and it just makes me want to go there and explore. Alright, so for our next location, we're going to head to Scotland to visit the Isle of Skye. This is probably my all-time favorite place in the UK. You literally feel like you're in a fairy tale when you visit there. I was lucky enough to go to the Isle of Skye last summer, and it's about a 5-hour drive from Edinburgh. One of the most impressive places in the Isle of Skye is the Old Manor Store. It's one of my all-time favorite rock formations. I felt like I was on the set of Game of Thrones when I was there. Now, to get to the Old Manor Store, it's about a 4-kilometer hike. You walk through some conservation gates and you'll reach the famous rock pinnacles. I went for sunrise and sunset, and both occasions were breathtaking. When I was there was just like crows flying around the rock, and there were some sheep running around. I mean, it was just a magical place. So the legend of the Old Manor Store is supposedly a giant lived there a long time ago, and when he was buried, his thumb was left sticking out of the ground. When you go there, it's easy to see why it's one of the world's most iconic rock formations. It's one of my all-time favorite places, and I recommend everyone to see it at least once in their life. Just a few.
Could you imagine when you go there, there's just a giant coming out of the fucking hole? Like, I'm just imagining me standing on the, like, what's going on? And then just a giant comes out of everything, like, hey, what's up, man? I wake up. What's wrong? What's going on? Like, that could be awesome, man. I'm just saying, like a fairy tale. Let's go.
Minutes away from the Old Manor Store, there is a breathtaking waterfall called Meout Falls that cascades down to the ocean. There's a nice viewpoint where you can look at the waterfall. The surrounding sequence in the area are also stunning. One of the most famous is Kilt Rock, which are right by Meout Falls. I mean, it's just such a cool area. There aren't many waterfalls that fall straight into the ocean. If you're looking to find some fairies, you may want to check out the fairy pools. There are these picturesque blue pools that lie at the base of the black
that is
colons.
gorgeous.
When I was there were so many midges. I didn't dare get close to water, so make sure you bring some bug spray. If you want to do a beautiful hike, I'd also recommend visiting the Corang. It's one of the most beautiful areas in the Isle of Skye. You feel like you're walking on a giant golf course. I found this crazy vantage point to get a good 360 view of the whole area. Alright, so after the Isle of Skye, we're going to head over to the nearby Eilean Donan Castle. If you're driving to the Isle of Skye, you will drive right by this. It's one of my favorite castles in the UK.
Really?
Situated on a small tidal island at the point where the three great sea locks meet. The castle was built in the 13th century. I'm so mad at myself. I didn't visit the castle when I was there. I wasn't able to check it out. That's one of my biggest regrets of when I visited the UK, so don't make the same mistake I made. Alright, so after Castle,
that's the Harry Potter
train
right
one of
there.
Scotland's most iconic locations, the Glenfinnan Viaduct. It's located at the top of Loch Shiel in the West Highlands of Scotland. It was completed around 1898. This may look familiar because it was featured in the Harry Potter films.
Yeah.
When I was there, I wanted to get close to the bridge, so I walked underneath it. I was just shook by how big it actually was. After I hiked to the top to get a good vantage point so I could see the famous train go across the viaduct. Just really reminds you of those Harry Potter movies.
Yeah,
Alright,
it's
so
true
after
fact. And you were first
we're
class
head
in it.
over to Edinburgh. Now, if you want to go back in time, Edinburgh is a must. It's where J.K. Rowling wrote her Harry Potter novels. When I started traveling, this was one of the first cities I visited. It's a medieval old town with intricate neoclassical buildings, cobblestone streets, and beautiful gardens. The iconic Edinburgh Castle overlooks the city and is home to Scotland's
that is gorgeous
crown jewels.
right there,
When I was there, I didn't go into the castle because I was being too cheap, but one of my favorite places was Calton Hill. It offers a beautiful view of the whole entire city. While we're still in Edinburgh, we're going to head over to Arthur's Seat. Now, Arthur's
so there's
Seat
the city of the Roman Empire. So the Roman Empire been there. I think they built something too in the city, or colonized it or whatever, but it went wrong, of course. But the big things are, I think, is from Roman. I don't know English history like that, but I just thought about it, like, because I played Valhalla.
Located in Holyrood Park, and it's a short walk from Edinburgh Centre. Arthur's Seat is an extinct volcano with an elevation of 823 feet. When I was there, I wanted to get as high as I could so I could see all of Edinburgh. I made a hike up and I reached the top. It was just so windy when I was there, nearly blew me over. After I hiked to the top, I had a good time just hiking around Holyrood Park and enjoying the views of one of UK's most iconic cities. Alright, well that is it for my United Kingdom
That
top
is amazing,
10. The
man.
UK is just such a unique region in the world, and I hope all can witness its beauty and history.
UK is really beautiful, man. I have to say, there's a lot of beautiful things to see in England. England is a gorgeous place, man, with gorgeous people and gorgeous human beings. Just really nice, man. I would love to visit it someday, of course. It would be amazing, man, 100%. There are so many things to watch, like castles, medieval things. Like, it's just really gorgeous, and I really do love the way that it is like that. And there's a lot of history in that country right there. There's a bunch of history. Like, England been one of the fiercest countries in the world. Like, they've been owning the sea, they've been owning everything. It's just amazing to see, man, and I would really enjoy to visit it. Please comment down below if you ever visit England. I would love to know. It would be a beautiful comment. Let me tell you how your day was over there. What did you see over in England? Please let me know down below. Also, please do hit the like button down below. Please do subscribe, hit the notification button if you really want to. I really do love England, man. And hit that like button for England, of course. We're trying to get to 20,000 subscribers. It'll be massively appreciated if you wanted to help, of course. Anyway, guys and girls, I just love England so much. What a beautiful, beautiful country. I'm going to see you until the next one. Peace.